Hey guys, this is 236 and Ruben here, and today I'll be doing a different video for you guys. I will be showing you guys all my PlayStation 3 games and giving you a brief summary on each of them. It will be a bit lengthy because I got quite a bit of PlayStation 3 games. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Alright guys, the first game I'm going to show you is One Piece Pirate Warriors. This is overall a good game, but it could get quite repetitive at times. You're doing the same thing a bit too much in my opinion, but it still is fun for what it is. So if you're a One Piece fan, I think you should get this game. It covers the story arc from the first ever One Piece arc all the way to the last arc just before the time skip. And overall I think it's like a slightly better than average game, and I think most One Piece fans will be able to enjoy it for what it is, especially the good story. Alright guys, so the next game I'm going to show you is Gran Turismo 5. I can't really give you my opinion on it since I did not really play it that much back in the day. But from what I'm hearing from reviews, it's been saying that it's quite a good game overall. So if you're a car racing fan or a Gran Turismo fan who has not tried this game yet, I highly recommend you to check it out. Alright guys, so the next game I'm going to show you guys is Gran Turismo 6. Overall, this game is a treat when I played it back in the day. It has nice racing controls and there's a lot of nice cars to choose from. So if you're a Gran Turismo fan or a car racing fan and have not tried out this game yet, I highly recommend you do so. Alright guys, so the next game I'm going to show you is Transformers War for Cybertron. This is one of my favorite games I've ever played on the PlayStation 3 and probably one of my favorite games of all time. It is a very good time overall. It has good gameplay, good story, and good combat, which will get any Transformers fan excited. I highly recommend this game for anyone to try out, because if you're not even a Transformers fan, I can still see you having fun with this game. Alright guys, the next game I'm going to show you is Avatar The Game. This game is not really popular among reviewers, but I really had a fun time with it. It has good gameplay, but it doesn't really shine in its story. Its exploration is quite good in my opinion because the world of Pandora is very vast and it's also a joy to explore it because it just looks very nice overall. However, this game is only slightly better than average. It's not something so amazing, so keep that in mind if you want to buy this game. Alright guys, so the next game I'm going to show you is Ducktales Remastered. I can't really give you guys my opinion on this game because I never played it before. But what I'm hearing from reviews is that it's a good game that respects its original material of DuckTales, which is a good thing I guess, and it also improves on it, which is an even better thing. So if you are a fan of DuckTales or if you have played a lot of NES games, you should play this game because it sounds pretty good. Alright guys, so the next game I want to show you is The Amazing Spiderman 2. This game was not good at all. It was so boring that I could not even bring myself to complete it. The gameplay wasn't good and the story was also very subpar. I really wouldn't recommend this to anyone, and the only thing I can find good about this game was the web singing, and that's about it. The rest of the things in this game were pretty poor, so because of all these reasons, I can't really recommend this game for anybody. Alright guys, so the next game I want to show you is Spiderman 3 The Game. Now I can't really recommend this one since I never played it before, and most reviewers have been saying it's a very hit and miss game and it's quite mediocre, so can't really recommend this one guys. Alright guys, so the next game I'm going to show you is Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3. Now this game was quite mediocre to me because the gameplay style was not really my choice. Just my opinion though. If you enjoyed that gameplay style, I think you would really enjoy this game because it's quite good in that department of gameplay style. But since it's not really my preference, it pushed down the game for me. But what kept me going into this game was a Naruto story, and I still enjoy the Naruto story aspect to it. So if you're a fan of Naruto, I still recommend you to get this game if you have not tried it out yet, of course. Alright guys, the next game I have for you is Ghostbusters the video game. Now this game, I can't really give you my opinion on it since I never played it before, but from what reviewers are saying, it sounds pretty good. They are saying that the gameplay is good and the story is good, so overall it should be a great game, right? So I guess if you're a Ghostbusters fan, you should check this out. Alright guys, so the next game I'm going to show you is Spiderman Web of Shadows, a true classic. It was one of the best games on the PlayStation 3. Now I highly recommend any Marvel fan to play it, if you haven't played it yet of course. Simply because it has a good story with very good characters accompanied with very good gameplay. If you're a Marvel fan and you have not checked this out yet, I highly recommend you to do so. Alright guys, so the next game I'm going to show you is Toy Story 3 The Game. Now, this one I can't really give my concrete opinion on since I never played it before, but from what I've been seeing from reviewers, they're saying it's actually an enjoyable game for Toy Story fans. So, if you're a Toy Story fan, you should probably check it out. But don't expect too much though, because they're still saying it's mostly slightly better than average. Alright guys, next game I'm going to show you is Transformers For Cybertron. Now this was one of my favorite games on the PlayStation 3. It was very amazing actually. It was probably one of the best Transformers games as well. It has good gameplay and a good story, and it also improved on everything War for Cybertron did. And War for Cybertron was already a very good game. I highly recommend you to play this game if you have not played it yet. It's one of those very good games that will never be forgotten. Okay guys, the next game I'm going to show you is Transformers Devastation. I really like how the G1 Transformers look like in this game, and I also like the gameplay and story. Overall, it's a very good Transformers game, and if you have not tried it out yet and you're a Transformers fan, I highly recommend you to check it out. Alright guys, so the next game I'm going to show you is Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Now this one was really mediocre in my opinion, and I did not really like it. The gameplay was just average and the story was not really good, just like in the Michael Bay films, so I can't really recommend this one unless you like the Michael Bay films. Alright guys, next game is Transformers Dark of the Moon. I also didn't really like this game as well since it was really mediocre in almost every aspect, the gameplay and the story, so I can't really recommend this one. Okay guys, the next game I'm going to show you is Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2. Now this game was something I was really hyped for because I was such a big fan of the first Force Unleashed game, but sadly it did not live up to my expectations. The story was really too short. It could be finished in 4 hours. 4 hours, that's really too short. And overall the gameplay was not as good as the first one, and the story and the premise of it just wasn't as good as the first one as well. So overall this game was really much worse than the first one, and it made me very sad because I was looking forward to this game just like many others. So in conclusion, I can't really recommend this game as it's just really mediocre. Alright guys, the next game I'm going to show you is Star Wars Clone Wars Republic Heroes. Now this game was a very mediocre game, however the gameplay was kind of alright and the story was good for what it was, since it's based on the Clone Wars series, and Clone Wars was really one of the best storylines that Star Wars has ever produced, probably the best. So if you're a fan of Star Wars, I would still recommend you pick up this game, but just don't expect too much from it as the gameplay is still not really there. Alright guys, the next game I'm going to show you is Star Wars The Force Unleashed 1. Now this was really one of my favorite games I have ever played. I used to play it all the time back in the day. It has good gameplay and a good story that happens between Star Wars Episode 3 and Star Wars Episode 4. This is a must-have for any Star Wars fan, and I highly recommend you play this game if you have not done so. Okay guys, next game I'm going to show you is Transformers The Game. This game was really mediocre in terms of combat and gameplay and the story. It really hasn't aged well. The combat is really just a bit too basic. It's really just consists of button mashing, and the story is really just not so good, just like the Transformer film, and it's based on the first Transformer film, which wasn't good in the first place. So I really wouldn't recommend this one unless you're a Michael Bay fan. Alright guys, so the next game I'm going to show you is the Angry Birds Trilogy. Now this game is basically the first 3 Angry Birds games compressed into one single game. Now I wouldn't really recommend this game as it feels much better on the smartphones and it also works better there compared to the PlayStation 3 on the controllers. It's just much better on the smartphone, and it's also a bit overpriced for a game that used to be free. So overall, I can't really recommend this one. Alright guys, so the next game I'm going to show you is Crysis 2. This is really one of the best games I ever played on the PlayStation 3. It has amazing combat and it has a good story as well, and the graphics look very good when it came out, and to be honest, it has actually aged quite well. That's impressive actually. And the sound effects are also something that are very nice. It was very nice to hear the bullets echoing in the background. It was honestly something very immersive to me. So, if you haven't gotten this game yet, I highly recommend you do so. Alright guys, so the next game I'm going to show you is LEGO Lord of the Rings. Now this one I can't really give my opinion on since I actually never played it before, but what I've been hearing from reviews is that it's actually quite good. So, if you're a LEGO fan and a Lord of the Rings fan, I highly recommend you check this out. Alright guys, so the next game I'm going to show you is Star Wars LEGO The Complete Saga. This is a really good game. It has good gameplay, a good story, and it has good combat as well. It was really a joy 100%ing this game, and you can't really say that about many games in today's era. And also, the remake of this game is on the horizon, so I think this is a really good time to play this game again, or try it for the first time. So overall, I really recommend this game, and if you have not tried this out yet, you should give it a go. Alright guys, so the next game I'm going to show you is LEGO Indiana Jones. This is a good game in my opinion, and I recommend any LEGO fan to get it. It has a good gameplay accompanied with a good story of the Indiana Jones tales, and it is also very similar to the Star Wars LEGO games, which are also very good. This is a must-have for any LEGO fan. Okay guys, next game I'm going to show you is Ratatouille The Game. Now this game is really mediocre in my opinion, and I would not recommend it. This is because it has poor gameplay, but at least it tells the good story of Ratatouille, though not as well as the movie. So I still wouldn't recommend this, even though it still tells the story of Ratatouille, because the movie is overall just the better experience, and I would rather you watch the movie than go through grueling hours of this game. So overall, I won't recommend this one. Alright guys, so the next game I'm going to show you is the LEGO Movie video game. Now this one is quite mediocre according to the critics. I did not play this game, so I can't give you my opinion on it. But from the gameplay I've seen, it actually looks quite cool. So I would still recommend you give it a try, but go in there with low expectations because it doesn't seem too good from what the reviewers are saying. Alright guys, so the next game I'm going to show you is LEGO Harry Potter Years 1 to 4. This is a good game in my opinion. It has good gameplay accompanied with the good story of Harry Potter. It also has a very nice environment of the Harry Potter universe, which helps bring immersion to the game, and it really makes you feel a part of the universe. So overall, I really recommend you get this game if you're a LEGO fan or if you're a Harry Potter fan. Alright guys, next game I'm going to show you is LEGO Marvel Superheroes. This is one of the best LEGO games ever made. It has so much variety. You have so many supervillains and superheroes to choose from, which helps keep combat interesting due to the large amount of variety being there. And it was also so cool to be able to use so many superpowers. The mission structure and the story and the gameplay was also very well made. I really cannot recommend this game enough. Alright guys, so the next game I'm going to show you is LEGO Hobbit. I did not play this game, but reviewers are saying it's actually quite decent. And from what I've been seeing, the gameplay looks good and the environments look amazing. So if you're a LEGO fan or a Hobbit fan in general, I think you should check this game out. Alright guys, so the next game I want to show you is the first Assassin's Creed. This game has aged quite a bit sadly due to its repetitive mission structure, but I still think it's worth your time. It has a good story, good combat, and it has a good setting as well, and it's also a really good intro to the franchise. Overall, I think it's a game you shouldn't miss out, no matter which genre of games you prefer to play. It is a very good time honestly. Alright guys, next game I'm going to show you is Crysis 3. This is a really good game in my opinion, one of the best on the PlayStation 3. It has good gameplay accompanied with good combat, good story, and awesome characters. It also improved on everything Crysis 2 did and did it so much better, and I really have to appreciate that. If you haven't tried this game yet, I really highly recommend you to do so. Alright guys, the next game I'm going to show you is LEGO Star Wars 3 The Clone Wars. Alright, this game is not too bad from what I've been hearing from the reviewers. I can't give my concrete opinion on it since I never played it before, but reviewers have been saying it's good but not as good as LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. So I would still recommend you to get this one, but don't go into there with too high expectations. Alright guys, so the next game I'm going to show you is Disney's Pixar's Up. Now this game I can't really recommend because I never played it before, and sadly what we've been hearing from reviewers is that it's actually quite mediocre and it's not so good. So sadly I cannot recommend this one. Okay guys, next game I'm going to show you is X-Men Destiny. Now this game I can't really recommend too because I never played it before, but what I've been hearing and seeing from reviewers is that it's actually not good at all. Mainly because the choices you make in the game don't really have such a big impact, and the gameplay and the story is not really that strong. So keep that in mind if you want to buy this game. It's not really so good, but I think it's just like an average game. Alright guys, next game I'm going to show you is Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. This is an amazing game overall. I love how there's so much variety in the combat due to you being able to use 4 different Spider-Man. So you had 4 different combat styles. It helped keep combat very interesting and fun. The story is also something that's very strong, and the setting of the world and everything was built quite nicely, and the graphics look very crisp for its time. Now you can tell it aged a bit, but you know, it's still, you can still appreciate it for what it is. So overall, I think this is a really good game, and it also set up the future for many Spider-Man games. And without this game, we would not have the Amazing Spiderman PS4 that we have right now. So in conclusion, I think that this is such a good game, and if you haven't played it yet, you should. It's a treat for Marvel fans and Spider-Man fans. Alright guys, so the next game I'm going to show you is Injustice Gods Among Us. This was a very good game back in the day, and I like how it set up the sequel. It has Mortal Kombat-esque combat, and if you're into that kind of combat, I think you'll really love this game. If you love the DC lore, of course. So overall, if you're a DC fan, I would recommend you play this game.
Alright guys, that was all the PlayStation 3 games I had to show you. Quite a bit, right? I used to play a lot of them back in the day. So be sure to leave a comment on what PlayStation 3 games you have owned in the past and still own, and do you still play them today? I would like to know. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and with that being said, this has been 2367 Ruben signing out.